Warning, warning. The views and expressions that you will hear are exclusively our expression. You will hear and feel as follows: chaos, insanity, humor, passion, strength, highs, thought-provoking angles, and velvet talk. Most importantly, do not fear what you've been warned about.
Know your audience. Another episode with Velvet Talk, baby. We about to make this thing happen. OG Velvet Jugganaut. Woo! You got your SA Wild Child.
Yeah.
And you got your good old Lynneopoly over here ready to make this stuff happen today. Today we're going to be talking about an intriguing topic, as usual. Should prostitution be legal? Hold your horses. Think. Let us talk. We're going to bring it to life for you.
Woo.
Yeah, baby. But just some strange news that I seen today, actually a couple of days ago. I want to hear y'all insight on this. Y'all heard about B.o.B and his The Earth is Flat? Have you heard?
Yeah,
He's been on it for a while.
I like B.o.B too.
I like B.o.B. He's a cool dude, but he opened, I think it was a GoFundMe, and don't quote me, it might be a different funding, but he's funding to having where people can donate, so he can raise enough money where they can set a satellite up in space, which possibly, and I'm a conspiracy guy, but they say it's happened before. We all know this may have not happened before, but he said he's trying to send a satellite into space where they can verify this. That we already know this happened before. I'm not giving y'all late news. Everybody knew this. But here's where it gets funny. Bill Nye, the science guy.
What? I grew up on that guy.
Bill Nye, the science guy.
Velvet, I grew up on him, bro.
Look, Lynneopoly follows him, and I had seen, she shared it a long time ago, that he had said something about the earth not being flat. Mm-hmm. We all know that he said this before, but supposedly he went on an interview or something, and he said something along the lines of, that's not the case. Of course, this is stupid, and the earth is not flat, and this, and that. And he had a bunch of other punchlines. B.o.B went live. I don't know, was it Instagram or however he went live, but he went live making a response. So it's like a little. I don't think I ever seen beef between a rapper and Bill Nye, the science guy, but he's calling Bill Nye, the science guy, out, and he wants proof of this. He wants Bill Nye to bring his proof, and he's got his proof, which he said his proof is sourced by somebody else's proof. Mm-hmm. It was like there was a book written on this.
So I know a guy who knows a guy.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you got any input on this, gentleman?
Man, I ain't gonna.
It's strange.
For real, bro. And I can get where they're going in regards to saying, hey, bump what everybody else doing. I want to send my own satellite up there, and get my own people to back up on this theory. So I can see that in regards to saying, hey, what's really going on in this world? Is it really flat? Was Christopher Columbus saying that it was flat? Is it really official like a referee whistle?
Yeah.
Is it really flat like that?
Is it flat like that?
Is it flat like that? But honestly, I really don't care.
What does he care?
I really don't care.
You know what?
Round, flat, whatever.
I'm here. You know what I'm saying?
He treating it like it's some ass. Is it round or flat? Like the way I see it, I don't care either. I think, to be honest, what I care about, what was humorous to me, I was like, Bill Nye, the science guy, out here responding to
Right?
rappers. I'm like, where did you even hear this?
Why is rappers and people that play scientists on TV, why they collaborate?
Bill Nye rolling to somebody mixtape. Y'all don't know. Bill Nye, he got that dedication 6, you know. While we tripping, while we talking about we trying to hear it, he already got that. He already made that happen.
That's man.
That shit throw me all the
Man, I
way
don't
off.
care. I really don't care. I really don't.
Well, shoot, I'm going to dive on in. Ain't nothing too much strange going on here because I think we're going to have a whole lot to say about this from every single angle, from every single, you know, from the wild child's perspective, from the Jugganaut perspective, and from that good old Lynneopoly perspective. Should prostitution be legal?
Absolutely.
We didn't waste no time. And to back it up, I want to know why. Why should it be like?
In all actuality, it's definitely a 50-50 coin. I think there should be something that is in place.
Yeah.
In regards to saying who it's legal to.
Yeah.
And saying
I want to hear this.
So the reason why I say that is because
only single folks.
I don't think no married man should walk into a prostitution institution. You like that? Yeah, I know you like that. I know you like that.
I hear you.
Prostitution institution.
I'm institutionalized.
I don't think they should walk in and be like, hey, you know what I'm saying, I'm coming here to get, you know,
never mind my ring.
Z.
I'm trying to pull out my thing.
Now here's a kicker.
Yeah. It's a lot of kickers.
Does the wife approve that message? See, so it's a lot of variables in regards to saying, hey, yes, it's cool.
Yeah.
But is it cool?
Yeah.
You know?
You know what you're doing right now? You're marriage shaming.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah, exactly.
If it's legal for some, it's legal for all.
Well, y'all.
Well, then if that's the case, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, that's the base question. She brought me to the base question. The base question is, should it be legal?
Yeah.
Not, you know, for this guy.
Yep.
Because can you get a cheeseburger?
Yep.
Can you get a cheeseburger?
Absolutely.
Everybody can get a cheeseburger. Now, why should it be legal? Like what?
First of all,
I got some points. I got some insight too. I want to hear where you come from.
Sex sells. So I feel like if the state or city or whoever, however, is going to profit in regards to saying, hey, I'm going to go ahead and sell this booty real quick. You know what I'm saying?
My God. And that's what the state said?
Yeah. They're going to say, I'm going to sell this booty real quick. So you got to say it like that.
That's an aggressive manner.
Yeah, I'm going to sell this booty real quick.
Here's your booty documents. You can go ahead and sell that booty real quick.
And I'm going to give it to you here. Here's the documentation for that booty.
Oh, baby, I like it raw.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if that's the case, on the real, I think that everybody should be able to have a piece of the booty.
Not the pie.
Yeah, whether it's girl, guy, you know what I'm saying? It don't even matter.
So it should be legal on both sides for men and for women.
Relevant.
So this should be a service that is provided.
And just like they did with, this is just from what I've heard.
Yeah.
And largely what they did with marijuana.
Yeah.
How those states are profiting.
Yep.
On the up and up, on the good side, on that strong side, on that upside.
Yeah.
Then I feel like if the states are not legalizing, it's a hurt
coming up.
Right on up.
So wait a second, with that though, like, do you think that Americans were just going to be, prostituting? Everybody's just going to be prostituting left and right. We're going to be outsourcing the real jobs
freelancers
to other countries because we're just prostituting. We can just wake up and prostitute.
They're freelancers.
I mean, and that's why I say in the sense is that sex does sell. Like, as you can see in like Vegas, I've never been in my adulthood, just be straightforward and honest.
Yeah.
From what I remember, Vegas is Vegas, and that's how they come up with the saying, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, because it goes down in Vegas. You know
what happens at the brothel stays at the
brothel. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is, it's like you're not only giving these people not necessarily jobs, pretty much.
Yeah.
They're actually making a great wage from most. You know what I'm saying? At the same time,
should they have pimps?
But is that wage going to go down? Is it going to go down since it's more people are going to be doing it?
And that's true. So they're
going to have competitive prices on their
on their
genital reproduction system.
So you do have a lot of variables happening there. Hey, this threesome, maybe, you know what I'm saying, this 2-for-1, whatever your imaginations are, you have to have competitive prices. So I really do feel like, hey, it should happen because it will generate a good amount of revenue for the state in regards to the situation.
But see, and you bring me exactly the whole purpose I brought this conversation. I don't study prostitution.
Right.
And so I don't know, is this still the case? And I would assume it is, because just like medical marijuana, air quotes, and in certain states, and a lot of things that the government does is cool.
Right.
When we do it, it's not cool. Just like in the marijuana, you know.
So do you think though that the government still profits, because by arresting people for selling marijuana, by arresting people for prostituting, they're still making money? Either way, whether you're in jail or...
And that's why they probably don't legalize it.
Now here's the question.
They make money either way.
So
I ain't never thought of it like that.
You are making money either way, which is the truth.
Yeah.
But now here's the question. How much more money can we make if it was legal or not legal? So now that's the hitter. Now, are we making more money on the not legal side to keep it not legal, to say, hey, let's put these people in jail?
But I'm going to tell you what.
Or let's make money.
When you see any pimp that you've known of, whether it was movies or you knew a pimp in real life, what color was he?
Yeah, he was of choice. He was that color.
He was a black man.
Yeah, he was of choice.
Okay, and I'm going to tell you, we don't have to say choice. He was a black man. Now, I've known pimps in real life. And I've known pimps in real life, and they were a black man.
Yeah.
Now, it's intriguing that there are escort services. That's what I'm about to get into. Now, escort services, air quotes, they're only there for, air quotes, company overnight. Now, you got your back page and you got your whatever, things like that. This is an actual website. This is an actual place where people do this. I don't know if the government is involved in back page, but I do know that, you know, Vegas, they have escorts. They quote unquote keep you company. I'm gonna take it to a personal experience. No names will be revealed. I'm just kidding around. But one time I called an Uber. The woman that picked me up showed up in the Scooby-Doo mystery machine first.
There you go.
So I was scared. When I went to the mystery machine, I was scared because I could have swore I heard somebody say, Shrek. So I was like, whoa. And they was going to be like these meddling fools and pull off their mask.
Yeah.
I got in the van. I smelled a strange smell in the van. So the first thing I did, normally I sit in the back seat. When I get an Uber, they go, oh, you can sit in front. I always sit in the back seat. Okay. That time, like when I opened it, I think I was having trouble opening the back door. I don't remember what it was, but she was like, oh, you can get in the front. So I got in the front. Once I got in the front, I'm not going to sugarcoat this. I'm not going to just say it stank. It smelled like pussy. Stinking pussy. Bad pussy. I was scared.
I'm not going to just sit here and let you just... talk about us like that. Like,
I didn't say women have that. This particular woman, and it may not have been her. Maybe she loves to eat tuna on her passenger seats. I don't know what she liked to do. But when I got in the vehicle, I smelled that smell, and it wasn't like a light smell. It was so strong. I ain't gonna lie. I sat with my booty high up. I said, I'm gonna see what, because I don't know if you can catch booty gonorrhea or whatever. So I said, high up. Watch this. I ain't done it. Okay. This is what's so funny. Now you're finna be intrigued by what she even told me.
What'd she tell you?
This.
What'd she tell you?
She was like, you know, I'm conversational just like you are. You know what I'm saying? We was in the car. I was like, oh, is this your only job or something? Something I said that kind of sparked the conversation. She was like, no, I do this on the side. I am and you can look this up on your spare time. I am a snuggle bunny.
What?
I've never heard of this. Have you heard of it?
No.
I never heard of it. I didn't know what that meant. So I was like, what is that?
Okay.
And she was like, basically, people pay me. And she was like, normally men, they pay me to like snuggle with them when they're going to bed. So, and you can look it up, and you can look it up right now and just type it in Google real quick. But I looked it up while she was talking. I was like, what is that? And it was like, you know, request your snuggle bunny now. They'll come and they'll quote unquote cuddle with you so you can sleep better. So now I'm not going to just put that out there that this is what they do, because I don't know what they do. I'm speaking on
what the fuck?
I'm speaking on my assumptions, and that's why we have a disclaimer prior to the show. But I was like, so you snuggle with people? And then I kind of asked a few other questions, and she told me that like sometimes they make requests like, hey, can you dress up like a bunny for real? Can you wear a chicken suit? Or can you wear like, those pajama things and stuff all the way up
onesie joint
and snuggle me?
Gotcha.
And she said she had some people that are usual customers, they're regulars, and then she had some people that can you, and she said some people she spend the night with them, and some people she got a house key and everything, she just snuggle with them until they go to sleep and she leave. So I'm no bars hold. So I was like, do they ever ask for other stuff? And she was like, I've got that before, but most people, they don't do that. We know how the male society is. We know how society is. We know how female society is. Whoever it is. And I'm not saying everybody that's what goes down.
Right.
But when she told me that, I was like, it has to be something else to this. Of course, no company is going to be like, click here, order your prostitute now. Right. No company is going to say that. That's not a logical way of business. But I'm like, if this is cool, and people know that it's got to be something else to it.
Yeah.
Why is this cool? Like, why is this cool? Prostitution ain't cool.
It's not.
I see a smile on your face over there.
Absolutely.
I know that's other stuff.
Yes, and yes. There we go. It's official.
Why is this cool?
So, first of all, I'm real happy because just got some good news. That's all I'm gonna say about it. But in regards to this snuggle bunny, prostitution, whatever the situation is, it really don't matter. It's a woman that's getting services, or a man that's getting services, whatever the case is. So with these services being provided, it's one of those things to where, society, you want what you want, and if you got the money to pay for you what you want, then go ahead and get it. That's my personal opinion, especially if the service is out there. Everybody, you work at wherever you work, and we all provide some type of service, and somebody's above us. If
so is this boss, cool?
I think in any way, situation, shape, or form, like I said, I'll start off with it again.
Yeah.
Sex sells.
Yeah.
And that's a simple fact. That's a simple fact. So I work my job, I get paid what I get paid, but this one person could be a snuggle bunny. And what I make in a week, they make in a day.
Yeah,
for snuggling in a chicken suit.
Air quotes. So
in regards to the situation, to each his own. Like if you are the person that don't have a problem with being the snuggle bunny, or you don't have a problem with being on these back page sites or whatever it is, then I can't knock you from your hustle. You might be 2 degrees in, and you just might be in a situation.
Yeah.
Nobody knows what your situation is. At the same time,
exactly.
You got to get it how you live.
Yeah.
You got to get it how you live. Them are facts. I can't.
Whether you're working or twerking.
Right. Working, twerking, jerking, and working.
Whoa.
And other back working. Like, it don't matter.
We're listening, Lynneopoly. I see that face.
It don't matter. So I feel like in any way, shape, or form, if this is what you doing, then be the best at it.
Yeah.
Then be the best at it.
I promise.
Best at it.
That's my quote. That has always been my quote. Whatever you do, just go 1,000 at that.
1,000.
If you 1,000. If you try to be a businessman, be a businessman.
That's right.
If you're a crackhead, don't play like you ain't no crackhead.
You're right.
You be the best crackhead you can be. You stand up and you do that.
Yes,
I hope you don't do that.
Right.
But that's what you do. Don't play like you don't. Whatever you do, be all the way in. It's a whole lot of people that say, "Oh, I'm gonna do that," or it's a lot of people. I'm a pastor. I'm a Christian. I'm a Muslim, but I don't eat bacon, but I do cocaine. Like, whoa,
right?
I'm scared. You might as well be all the way in. Back to this prostitution here. Why is this cool? Like, and we're not saying that's what they do, but we all have our own assumptions. But why can you do that? But if you was to be pimping somebody, which I do not support, but if you was to be pimping somebody, your ass is going to jail. Yeah. If the government is doing this, that's cool.
I'm gonna give you the simple facts, bro.
This is what they do,
and this is just what is just what it is. Papers. That's the simple fact.
Paperwork.
So
they getting a cut though. They getting
right. If I'm a pimp,
Yeah.
I ain't got no paperwork to file.
You just doing what you do.
I'm just going ahead and getting it. Whatever my cut is my cut.
Exactly.
I make the rules. I make the rules.
Exactly.
Nobody else makes the rules.
We don't like that.
Nobody.
They don't like that.
Rules for what?
Yeah.
Rules for what?
Where's my cut?
Now, if it's a brothel or any type of other institution that actually has to document, then it's something that's known by the state.
You got to pay to sell stuff at the flea
You
market.
got to pay.
You know what I'm saying?
To get that done. You got to pay for. You got to pay for all that.
You got to pay to have a yard sale.
All of that. You got to
There's
pay
a fee for that. Yeah.
For the place, the area. You got to pay the women. You got to get the percentage and the cut for all that good stuff.
So
I ain't got to worry about all that.
Do you think they have the worried about the greater good? Because what they're saying are making it out to be, these people, they're not prostitutes. They are escorts. They just come out there and keep people, air quotes, company. But then when you're pimping, those are prostitutes. Do you think people that are escorts, they're just keeping people company? Do you believe this?
I think it's a light word. So I think it's just all played on the word game.
Yeah,
on the word game. Verbiage is verbiage.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't care if you're an escort. I don't care if you not to offend anybody, slut bucket, whatever you are.
Well, I ain't heard that word.
That's the phrase.
Whatever you are, whatever you classify yourself as.
Yeah.
Do what you do it well. If that's what's providing for you and yours,
continue.
So what about this? Do you think that the pimps are out there saying they don't want it legalized because now they got to do paperwork and all this stuff you're saying?
Yeah, that's and all that cut. And all that.
And then I got to take a percentage of what, and I got to give the man a percentage of what I'm already making when I can just keep that.
So you're thinking that they don't even want it to be legal?
They don't want it to be legal.
Do drug dealers want weed legal?
And that's,
do they really want that? Of course,
another question.
The smokers want that.
They want? That's another question.
Yeah, that's another question.
That's another topic. That's another topic. But on this topic, is one of those things in regards to I wouldn't want, if I was a pimp.
You don't want to be cut.
Which you don't know if I am or not.
Extortion.
Anyway, now if I was a pimp, which I'm not.
Why did you show up in a lime green suit today? Mm-hmm. Do you need help cleaning your? Yeah.
Don't worry about my outfit and my attire right now. You know that I'm fly as shit.
Okay.
Anyway,
put your chinchilla on the couch.
You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about that shit. If you had a coat rack, it'd be nice. Anyway,
the struggle is real.
Anyway,
I ain't pimping like he is.
Yeah. The pimp.
We all can't be pimps.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I just know I got a backhand that's strong. Yeah. Anyway,
I just got smacked. I'm tired of being on these streets, nigga.
Yeah, it is something that's real. It's the real deal, Holyfield.
Exactly.
Like as a pimp, I wouldn't want no ties to nobody. I keep in contact with my girls. They all got burner phones, and it goes down. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Let's say that you were they legalized prostitution, right? Mm-hmm. And you were out trying to get a prostitute. How would you feel? Not that you would ever do that. I'm just saying. But if you're out there and you were paying a prostitute minimum wage for her prostitution, how would that make you feel? Would you be like, this is a discount, this is good? Or you wouldn't even know how to find a prostitute?
You'll have promo codes, wouldn't you?
First off, I'm going to try
to give me a promo code.
First of all, I can't have no promo codes for my list. I just can't do that. That's something I can't do. We got to get that. I got to get that high quality.
You want it all the way?
I gotta get that high quality with JJ.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I can't have no bootleg.
Or are you going to touch your workers? Because most pimps go down that road with their workers, but you know what they do for a living. Are you going to sometimes share your genitalia with them?
So that is a great question, because I go out and just in any other business you got to sample the product.
So
any other business you got to sample the product. So I can't say that. You know, in regards to pimping, since being pimping.
A pimp named Slick Black.
You know, you can't not say that, hey, this is good, and then somebody tries them like, nah, it's whack.
Yeah. So you're gonna smash your hoes, and you're gonna write reviews, online.
That's just think about that though. Like,
if you can do that, just think about that, right?
It's not gonna be no more pimps though. It's gonna be Bill Gates owning, and you're gonna be the manager at like Microsoft Pimps or something. Right? And you got to that's gonna be your role to test out each employee. That's gonna be part of the interview process.
I don't have no problem with that role.
That's the role you're with.
I don't have no problem with that role.
You're gonna be testing prior, or just
You know what? I'm glad you called me, because I'm the best of the best of the best in the business. So
you're gonna test them prior.
So with that, would you call people for an interview knowing you're not going to hire them. And be like, just come up here and interview.
Hey,
Just
look,
come up, try out.
Remove your britches.
You never know what you got until further notice.
Oh my God.
You never know
call
what you
you.
got.
We'll call you.
We'll call you.
But the thing about it, you would be in there like, oh shit, oh yeah. I'll call you back. I'm going to talk to some of my recruiters, and we'll just kind of go over your resume, and
That's what we're gonna do.
If they decided to reach out to you, there's a second part to the interview.
Yeah,
there's a part two.
It's a 2-part interview.
So what
This one is an orgy.
Bob and Susie have to
Pause.
So what if the first part is like
Bring
fellatio?
your homies.
First part is like fellatio.
Yeah.
And then the second part is the sexual encounter. And then the third part is the orgy.
Yeah.
And then you won't know until you got the job until the third part.
Boy, but you know what?
If you've done all that, you need the job.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you go through all that and then you get that thank you for applying at shakethemhips.com.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we decided to go with other applicants.
Yeah.
You're gonna be like, am I a thought? I'm a thought.
Wait, and then you got that. Please apply again within 60 days.
We can try this again.
Please submit your resume again within 60 days.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna refer you to moisture.com. That's our affiliate.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, that would be something. But I think that if you're not legal, I think that you actually should be more clever than the legal system. Because of the simple fact that at any point in time that you can get caught.
Yeah.
And then get sent to the penitentiary of choice. You know what I'm saying? At any time that you can get caught.
Yeah.
So in that situation, I feel like that you have to be more clever than having the paperwork to not get caught. So you gotta be more clever.
So okay, if prostitution was legal, and would you feel comfortable like when you're at Walmart, you're like, yeah, we need some eggs, some milk.
Yeah.
Then you get to register, you'd be like, hey, they'd be like, oh yeah, did you find everything okay? Yeah, I was looking for the sluts. Would you feel comfortable with that?
Personally, as the guy that I am, I don't have a problem with that.
So you would request it right
now here's the kicker. As my history is not shown.
You have a history of prostitution?
No, I don't have a history of prostitution. You know what I'm saying? Even though I can cross some T's and dot some I's.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that's
there's been some deposits in your account that you don't want to discuss on.
There has been some callbacks.
Yeah.
There's been some callbacks.
You didn't get that, unfortunately.
Yeah, I didn't get that. In regards to the situation, in regards to what you just mentioned, for society purposes, I don't think that's a good idea. Due to the fact that
so it's better not legal.
Children. And I think that's the kicker is because of the children in this world. We're pretty much in another baby boom era.
Yeah, we're in a whole nother world. I know this is different, but one time I said Target, I promise, or a strange store. No, I was at Target, and this is not for Target, but this is for the customer that was in Target. There was a customer that was in front of me. I don't remember what I was buying. It was something simple. I went in there real quick, and there was a woman in there. And she told her daughter, she was like, oh, snap, I forgot the condoms. She was like, you know what kind of condoms mama like? The kid was like, I'm guessing.
You got to be kidding
I'm
me.
guessing.
Right?
No, I'm dead ass.
No.
I'm dead ass.
How old was this kid?
Yeah, that's really
and being that I don't know the kid, but I'm just guessing. The
right.
kid looked like it was about a 12-year-old.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
And she was, what you mean, okay? Like, yeah, that's cool.
No, I'm not saying it in the
Yeah, that's cool.
But the only reason I say that is because
in regards
and here's the kicker. I'm gonna say. So in regards to what I'm saying, hey, the age of sex is actually becoming younger.
Yeah.
I would rather have that 12-year-old know what condoms are. And I'm not saying it in a bad way because you got people being pregnant at 11 and 12.
Yeah, but that's a different. Could you tell your offspring?
You know which ones I like?
Could you tell?
Yeah, and that's the bad part.
Could you tell your son, go grab me some condoms? Oh, Dad, you know the kind Daddy like. Daddy be using them fire and ice or whatever kind. Be like, oh yeah, that's your shits, Daddy. Like, could you?
So yeah,
you stay running out of them.
Now, to be honest, and to be straightforward and honest, I would rather my son know and to be knowledgeable about.
But do you think that's separate? Do you think that's separate?
That's different. It's your son.
Yeah, but do you think it's separate for your son to pick your condoms or to just know what condoms is? If you be like, you know what Daddy like, Daddy always using them. and it gets his, or would you rather see that could be separate? You know what condoms are.
That's interesting. And that's what I'm saying. That's interesting to say because I want my kid to be as knowledgeable as possible.
Yeah.
In any way, shape, or form. I'm trying to be the smartest person in the room.
Of course.
Okay. So if it's saying, hey, you know what daddy like because daddy taught you.
Yeah.
What's different and what's the reason why and this and that, whatever, as far as detail, then I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah.
Now, if it's just something saying, hey, you looked at the box and you know what daddy likes, then that's bad.
Yeah, that's kind
of. But it's because I'm saying, hey, fire and ice is this, the thin ones is this, the this lubrication is this.
Yeah. See,
and that's the difference. That's the difference.
See, that's why I agree. Like, if your son should know what condoms is, you know, just as well as we should teach young ladies what you should not be like pick the best one, but you just know how that works at a
also,
reasonable age.
She's not showing her like any discretion with that. I don't think you should be in the middle of Target saying, you know what type I like. She's not showing her any respect for herself, like, you know, discretion. I'm just saying, you know,
like, you know,
there should still be a respect level. Why was a lady in the street?
Yeah,
I mean, you know,
and something else in the streets.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying being prude or nothing, but I'm just saying respect.
Because I think if you be like, if at that point it's not sexual education, it's like, you know, shit. Don't get these, son. These make your dick burn. These right here, these twist your dick. These called twisted dicks.
Yeah.
Now these them ones. This how I got you as a kid.
Right.
This how you was born right here. This and Al Green. Like, you don't want to go into that. Yeah.
If it was a boy, like your son or something, I think my reaction would have been different.
Yeah. You would not say nothing. You're going to
just the fact it was a girl, just kind of
like I know, you know, she know, but like.
So, daddy's little girl.
Yeah,
that's just all it is. So
I think that like feminism and all that stuff that like blurred the lines of stuff like that. Just
like girls should be able to do what.
Yeah, it made it seem like girls should do what boys do, and it's like I think
gender shaming and
it's not the case.
Now here's the kicker. Now we're gonna get back on this.
Kickers.
We're gonna
bring it back to prostitution. We're gonna bring it back.
I just want to say
I'm making a little point here.
Just in regards to the simple fact that it's now even in 2017, 2018, it had boosted or it went up in regards to saying, hey, you don't know how to call it. You got girls going on girls and guys going on guys. You don't know how to call it. So I mean, it's a universal thing now, and this is being very accepted. So I don't know how people think about it now. You know, it's a whole different world out here. So I hope for future reference that everybody accepts it. Everybody, you know, regardless of no matter what they choose and how they choose. Sure. So it's a thing, it's a vibe, it's a
Velvet Vibez.
It's a trend. It's everything. So it don't matter. It don't matter. I don't think it matters to what you like.
Yeah.
How you like it.
Just
do who you like. Just do it like Nike.
Yeah.
Exactly. Just do it like Nike.
So what do you think is stopping it from being legal? Like what stops?
I think actually children. I think actually kids, like, you don't want to grow up and be like,
that's what I want to be.
I'm 10 and like I see these brothels and they making money.
That's what I'm trying to
just like anything else. Like, oh shoot, I'm 10 and you see this dude in the trap house.
Exactly.
And I'm 10 and I see this so and so making money or however they making money. So when you grow up, you absorb a lot of things.
Yeah.
You absorb a lot of things, no matter who, what, when, where, why it comes in your life.
Mm-hmm.
At the point, it's all about, hey, parenting and choices.
Yeah.
And then at that point, you have good parenting, and then you're going to have, at that good parenting, you're going to raise a kid with good choices.
Yeah.
So at that point, it's like...
Do you think the government care about that, or do you think it's a different agenda?
I don't think it was shit.
Yeah,
score for it.
I beg to differ. I think that it's more of what I said. I don't mean to be the man of controversy, but I just kind of think of, like I said, who does pimping? We already know how we're looked upon.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying black folks the only people that pimp, because and it's not common, but I've heard of white pimps or other pimps of other races and stuff like that. But I know just like just like I think what is it like? I'm not your drug guy, but from what I understand, like crack.
Yeah.
Crack is a bigger problem. Like you get caught with crack, which is predominantly we get caught with. And if you get caught with cocaine, you still gonna get lit up. Yeah. It's not gonna say, that's just get a ticket. But it ain't like when you get caught with crack. Like, and then when you bring pimping into it, we be pimping, especially if you look at the history of where pimping started, like way back in the day. I think this stuff was going on in the 40s and stuff, like, with Iceberg Slim and people like that. Pimping then, it didn't just come out. And like Pimp C said, pimping ain't dead. It just went to the website.
Since been pimping.
Yeah, exactly. So this stuff been going on, man. But I'm looking at it like it's not cool because we doing it. I seen it. I wish I could remember. I saw a documentary, and it might have been the American Pimp, that documentary, but it was a long time ago. But they were saying that, and they was like, who do pimping? I was like, mostly been nuts. You don't know how.
I'm a pimp.
Yeah.
That's right.
But confessions there.
I can be a pimp.
So
it ain't. It's a business. I mean, technically, it's a business. I mean,
so if you opened up an escort service, Escort, and you put that disclaimer out, it's an escort service. It ain't no other stuff like that. We government approved. I got my LLC or copyright, whatever. All that good shit. And then do you think it's gonna be cool? Do you think it's gonna fly, or do you think it's gonna be a problem?
Oh, that's a great question.
Because I don't know who owns these businesses.
That is a great question, Velvet. I'm glad you asked. I'm a businessman.
Bring me in.
I'm a businessman.
Bring me in. I want to
get into the business field, I believe.
I want to know.
So you gotta lay out everything. You gotta lay out your structure. You gotta lay out your facts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta lay out your page. You gotta lay out your wages to the women. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta figure out your clientele. You gotta figure out your advertising. There's a lot of things in regards to what you have to figure out in regards to a business aspect.
Yeah.
Aspect.
What's gonna be your attire while you're running this?
So when we're running, so we're gonna actually, I wouldn't even
leopard skin.
So I wouldn't even say that it's attire, but we will have days that we dress up in certain ways.
Silk, possibly velvet.
See, you can have the turn on Tuesdays.
Turn on Tuesdays?
Uh-huh.
You about to get turned on.
You gave it some thought, huh?
You can have some sweet, smooth Saturdays.
But we got to go back to Tuesday. So if you look below your waist, it's going up on a Tuesday. And not in the way you think.
And that's what I'm saying.
Rise in your Levi's.
And that's exactly what I'm saying. And here's the kicker. Even from the non-legal aspect, you can actually run that in a certain way. So if they even on the corner, you can have Twisted Top Tuesday, where the girls always twist their top in a knot, right there, and you can have it on a Tuesday. Schoolgirl Saturday.
Tie your nipples like British knights in the 90s.
And that's what I'm saying. You can have all that. You know what I'm saying? In regards to how you run your business.
How that's gonna fly?
Whether it's legal or not legal.
Yeah, that's my question.
A business is a business.
It is a business.
So that's the fact.
It's a lot of business, but how is it gonna be accepted by the masses? This is how you running your business on a personal level. The money that you're receiving, how's it going to be received? Do you think it's going to fly? You're not saying prostitutes. You're saying I have an escort service. You saying the same shit I just said. They keep you company. These people keep you company. They take you on a date. They might even snuggle with you with a snuggle suit.
Snuggy.
So
life.
I think it's all about who you know. On who's going to accept the business.
We going worldwide. If you're going worldwide, how's it going to be received? Your personal opinion.
So, I mean, if you're going to be business affiliated, you got to go business oriented, whether you legal or not legal. Yeah. So if you're not legal and you don't want it out there, then you still have to go business oriented from mouth to mouth. You got to go business oriented from mouth to mouth.
I think it's going to be a problem.
And I'm not saying, I'm not saying it's not going to be a problem, but that's why I tie in.
But
Yeah, and
I'm gonna tell you why I think it's a problem. I don't think it's gonna be a problem from the jump, because nobody can say, from the masses, you can't say, hey, you can't do that, because there's a whole lot of other businesses, and there's gonna be questioned. So what may happen? You may open this business, it may fly for however long, and then you're gonna look online and you're gonna be like, wild child found running a prostitution ring, a man of intercourse, a man that loves to teach people how to utilize their hips, hula hooping on a late night on a Saturday.
Yeah.
how you gonna?
You see how they're treating R. Kelly?
Yeah,
I'm like,
and hey, she took that to a place because think about it. I'm gonna say this. I'm glad she brought that up because think of this. I'm not saying whatever R. Kelly got going on. I'm not saying that's cool, but what I am saying is, who let these girls go there? And she actually, I gotta give her credit. She brought this up, but she had a point. Lynneopoly told me, she was like, if your child, and I know some people don't live with their mom and their daddy, but for the most part, people be living with their parents, and they probably said, hey, I'm going to Kel's house. He said I can come through. Yeah. He said I can bring my duffel bag and spend the night for a week. Right. He said I can get in the freak cult. He said I can be a member of this, and I'm going through. I don't think the parents are saying no. Just like, and these is allegations, just like they were saying that about Michael Jackson, and I'm not rolling with it, but that's what was said. And I don't think the kids, these little kids went sneaking out. They was like, yeah, it's Michael Jackson's house. Cool. And then they want to go and say that. And like R. Kelly didn't have more than one allegation of this, so you know what go down. So if your child say, hey, I'm trying to go to, if you had a daughter, I'm trying to go to R. Kelly house, I don't know what happens over there, but we know what the allegations are. Are you gonna say, yeah, that's R. Kelly? We might get a check. Or are you gonna be like, nah, I ain't trying to.
Just like, I don't. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to hear from you.
Yeah, I want to hear this.
I don't remember her name, but remember that grown woman? Like,
yeah, she was like 23.
She joined the cult. No, she was like 30.
Oh,
and she joined the cult. She stayed there for like 5 years, then decided to up and leave and said, oh, he was keeping me captive.
Yeah, now you want to talk.
But she said she up and left.
Yeah.
She said, hey, I'm leaving today.
He said cool. Yeah. He wasn't holding you?
Right out.
So then she was like, but he was holding me captive. I'm like, how are you captive?
How you captive when you say
the same day that you said you were?
Yeah.
Hey, I want to leave.
I'm just saying, I just don't feel like these people are trapped there in the closet.
Yeah.
Didn't try to do that.
It was a midget.
From the sun awakes me.
Yeah. Exactly.
I don't think it. In regards to,
and then people try to shit on his music. Like they said at first, they said his concerts were still selling, and then people start saying his sales were going down.
What was that recent album that he came out with? Black Panties.
Black Panties was, I think, the last one he had.
I heard, boy.
I'm gonna say this off subject. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna bring it back, and you can say it, and whoever can say it. I don't care. When they said Michael Jackson was doing this, whether I thought he was doing it or not, I was like, I still like Beat It. I still like Billie Jean.
Yep.
So I know how to separate the two.
Yeah.
If you doing some shit that I don't like, I'm gonna say, man, that's kind of messed up. You doing that, but boy, you did your thing on this. So with R. Kelly, when they say R. Kelly doing this, you think I quit playing Sex Me Down Low? You think I quit playing Plenty of Love to a
Hellboy?
You think I quit playing Homie Love a Friend is what I'm looking for?
I'm gonna be outside the jail holding the radio like off that movie.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like,
how you gonna say I'm through?
My mind's telling me no.
I wish. You can't. Like shit. It's a lot of artists that they be like, this person did this. Like, Tiffany.
I got a question for you.
Y'all getting me hot now.
I got a question for you, Lynneopoly. I got a question for both of y'all. So, in regards to our topic,
the prostitution ring.
What kind of pimp do you think, or what kind of brothel kind of type vibe would you run?
Vibes.
So if you was a pimp, Lynneopoly.
Oh, you pimping.
So you got these dudes running around doing your thing, whatever, however.
The proof is in the pudding.
What type of business would you run? And then if you had I'm assuming that they accumulate over to the brothel as well. I'm just asking in regards to the simple situation.
Yeah.
What type would you run?
I don't involve myself in things like this. No,
tell us how you
No, I mean, I think that the Bunny Ranch, what is that?
Yeah.
I think they're doing it right. I think that's legit.
So you would base your business off of the Bunny Ranch.
Hugh Hefner, right?
Yeah. No, not Hugh.
No, that's not Hugh. That's the I can't even think of his name, but it's an older guy. But he treat. I ain't gonna lie, I seen it. I ain't gonna lie, cause it come on HBO.
I saw it too. I saw it.
It's an HBO segment.
Yeah,
HBO segment, and they do their thing on there.
Yeah,
like
it's legit.
The girls are legit. The people get tested. The girls get tested. The people get tested. All that extra stuff. Like
nobody leaves with people. Everything happens there.
Everything happens in that on the Bunny Ranch.
It's a celebrity He was on White Swap one.
Don't get off topic now.
No, I'm bringing it back. You know what I'm talking about? I think he was from Lost Boys, and he had something like that.
Oh, okay.
He had he called his girls the Angels or the Charlie's Angels or something, or whatever shit. But they had a contract. He wrote a contract out with them.
There you go.
And they might have, Bunny Ranch Man did that too. But he had this contract signed with them. You will do this. You will do that. This is cool. I can do this if I want to. This, and that. And he was a movie star. I think he from the 80s. Yeah, I had to look him up. But he was going in on them. Yeah. And they was with it. And I think he had 3 girls. But he didn't have I think the Bunny Ranch probably got a bunch of them, right?
Yeah, they got about like 10, 12.
Yeah, and he just did as he. I don't think it's crazy or weird or nothing. If you have an agreement, that's what the agreement that y'all have, and you was cool with that, and you knew what was up. Then I don't think nothing wrong with that. But then when it started, I don't think it was nothing wrong with if you agree with anything, you agree to this, and you read it, or or you was verbally told, or you was on paper, you know what was up. But if you're doing some freaky kid shit and all that, that's a little bit, you should not be doing no shit like that. Okay. But just like how we were saying with Kale's, if you bringing your kids over there, dropping your kids off, because I think I don't know if you heard
everybody keeps saying kids. These aren't kids.
Yeah.
18 and older.
And you
these
saying
are legal people. These are legal age.
When the first sex tape came out, how was that girl? She was 16 though, right? Was she underage?
See, she was
underage. So I don't know what else happened. And these are allegations I'm talking about. So I don't know what actually happens. But from whatever else they've been saying, it's been this girl was 20, this girl was 19 or 21 or whatever the case was. They was of age. They was young. They was younger than him. But they was of age to have made that decision or whatever. But and not to mention that their parents probably was like, shit, you better go over there and get that sex tape made and go in the suit. People go in with these intentions.
Exactly.
They're here with these intentions.
Exactly. Even with that said, I think that Nicki Minaj's brother.
Yes, I was hoping somebody brought that in.
Even that mom that's suing him and won and everything. I think that she may have set the situation up. She knew, something was up. Right. But then she was like, I'm just gonna let this happen so that I can sue.
And then I can tell him hey, we about to have this money.
And it's just it's messed up.
Exactly.
It's messed up.
And she brought a point in too. I don't know if you even knew this happened, but supposedly, and I brought it to her attention. Mm-hmm. Now, supposedly when she went to court, the guy, Nicki Minaj's brother, had said, hey, she offered me a settlement. She was like, shoot, if you give me, I don't remember what the exact amount is. Right. I ain't gonna put no false news out there. Right. But 20 million, 15 million, 10 million, it was a large amount of money. But he is not the celebrity. He is Nicki Minaj's brother. Right. From what I understand, he don't have... he don't live how she lived. Right. Exactly. That's her brother, and he lives regular. I'm sure if he has problems, I can't pay my phone bill. He can make it happen. Right. But if your child gets raped, which is the allegation, I don't know what happened, but if your child get raped, are you gonna say, shoot, you give me $10 million, it's okay raping my kid and all? They try to put that against her. And saying that she was trying to do that, and then she still won the case. I'm not saying she should have lost the case, but I do think that's kind of weird. That's kind of weird to be like, we'll just call it hush hush. You rape my kid, just give me a little $10 million.
Yeah, I'm not looking for jail time, no nothing. Just give me the money.
So that's your way of saying that was fine.
And that's the simple facts of life, bro. It's a settlement, and I'm like, that's straight up. That's a settlement. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. If I went in there, what I'm saying, or I went somewhere and I went to a concert and whoever my favorite is, what I'm saying, I cross the T's, dot the I's, and I got seduced against my will or whatever. Yeah. I'm like, yo, we can get
seduced against your will.
But see, that's you. That's somebody to put their kid in that place.
Right, and that's bad. It's a lot of variables, period. Because of
so if it's your child, you need to. I ain't even going to pose this.
You gotta draw.
Yeah, I ain't even going to pose this as a question because it's just a fucked up question all the way around the board. But if this happens to your child, and then you turn around and say, that's cool that you did that. As long as you give me this, that's cool. We'll call it quits. And she didn't say it like that. Raping is cool. I like that. Just give me this. She didn't say that, but she said, if you give me this, it's cool. So if you're settling, quote unquote, for the raping of your child, that is kind of like you saying, hey, well, let's call this rape even. Mm-hmm.
So here's the kicker. So I'm gonna answer that question, and I'm gonna come on to follow up.
Yeah, I'm listening.
So in regards to that question, I have to figure out if my son or daughter, whoever it is old enough to make that own decision.
Yeah.
So that's the first question. So now
we're talking a child, not a teenager.
So we're talking about like nobody that's
11,
less than 10.
Yeah. So that's something that I would actually go after.
Yeah.
I would go after that as an adult.
And you wouldn't say there's a deal. Let's make a deal.
My daughter, or whatever. I'm gonna go after that.
No making a deal on that.
Yeah, we got to go after whatever we do.
All the way. Yeah.
We're gonna go full extent.
Yeah.
So now here's my question. In regards to our topic, would it be okay? My daughter, son, whoever the fuck, they're old enough but not old enough. So they're right at that borderline cusp to make their own decision.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And also right at that borderline cusp to become if they.
So they're like 15.
No. So they're at the borderline cusp 17. We'll say 17.
Okay.
Usually that's about the legal age.
Yeah.
We'll say they're 17, so they're old enough to technically make their own decision.
Yeah.
Would you be okay if they decided to be a prostitute and work at the brothel? Bingo!
I'm scared.
Because the simple fact, now look.
I'm listening.
And they are still under your roof.
Yeah.
So I'll even throw that in there. So they still under your roof.
Yeah.
But they bringing in some butter, some cheddar, some Skrilla, and
I'm working all the time.
And you in a tough spot.
I'm in a bind.
And and I'm not in a bad tough spot.
Yeah.
But you are in a tough spot.
But this money is good.
Oh.
But the money and because they're still under your roof.
Yeah.
But they're technically still able to make their own decisions.
That's almost like saying sell that dope, son.
Right. So, but it's legal. We'll even say it's legal.
Yeah.
We'll even say it's legal because we don't want our kids doing illegal shit.
Yeah.
We don't want that.
Yeah.
So we even say it's legal.
Positivity.
Yeah. So now I know my daughter and or son is giving up the goods for good money.
This is morals.
Yeah.
Bring it in.
Of course, like I would not. Let me just I want to specify on this. I would never say, "Hey, look, there's an ad in the paper.
Get your
you should go out there and prostitute."
Right.
Wouldn't never say that. Wouldn't think about saying that. But if they came in the house and said, "Hey,
I already been doing
this is what I'm gonna do because I decided," not because Bob or anybody,
and they put $1,000 in your hand.
Don't put nothing in my hand.
Yeah.
Like that.
You sell it.
And don't be walking around here like you're in a prostitute.
About to do it. Yeah.
But I wouldn't have nothing to say. Honestly,
at that age,
just giving them. Yeah, honestly, if that was their full-on decision,
go ahead, Papa Velvet.
Yeah. You got to go, fam.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably. That's gonna come with an ultimatum. Like, and I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna start with a talk. I'm not gonna be like, you're a little prostitute.
Okay,
get out of my house. Okay. We don't do prostitutes here.
Why?
I want to know what's came over you. Why you doing this? And
you think
shit.
we need the money around here?
I'm like, I know we don't got shrimp, but we do got fried bologna. We can put that bologna. That bologna does land in the skillet, and it does sizzle. Okay. Really well.
Man, you never had a bologna sandwich?
Yeah,
fried.
You know how I get jiggy with them
with egg on it?
Exactly. So
both of y'all wilding right now. Y'all both wilding.
You know how we get down, but I'm not gonna be like this is cool, but if he is determined, no. My goal in life is to sell my nunchucks.
Yeah.
You can't sell your nunchucks at my house. Like, I hope you don't do it, period. Like, I know the money good. It's kind of like we said, like.
So you would have him on the streets.
Yeah, they ain't got nowhere else to go.
So now you send him on the streets prostitute.
To do more prostitution.
And whoever's house.
And illegal.
Exactly.
We're going to go to prostitution therapy. Do they got that yet?
No. Nah, my brother.
We need prostitution therapy.
Velvet, they ain't got that, bro.
I'm just going to be like, man, you know. They got regular sex for free. I know this, you getting money off of this, but if you just horny, it's another way to get some, or you just putting your ad out there.
So wait, now I got this here. Now I want him to do it for free. Would he be getting money for it? Or would she be getting money for it?
So now you want,
so that's a freebie? When I already been getting money for it?
Wow.
No,
Facts.
Yep. Now
So you'd rather be a slut than
no.
Now we got different terminology.
Now, sluts. Let me bring it back.
Wow.
Now, I want y'all to hear my verbiage. I originally said if he is that horny, if that is his purpose in doing it, I'm just trying to get sex, then that's where I'm concerned. Like, that happens anyway. This is a strange world. Now, if you're doing that because you're struggling, that's where we're going to talk about, okay, you're struggling this bad. Like, is it that bad here? Do I need to do something? Do I need to get a better job? Do I need to work 2 jobs?
He goes off what you said, that this was his life dream, his life
That's
goal.
his dream to do?
This is what he's good at. He's decided.
It's just like when people say, if my child do XYZ, I'm going to cast him out. I'm going to cast him or her out. If this happens,
Would you cast him out?
I'm not gonna cast him out.
Okay.
Just like they say, if your kid is a stripper, what you gonna do? If your kid comes out with this sexuality, what you gonna do? If your kid, like, that'll never happen. Whether it's this sexuality, whether it's a stripper, whether it's a prostitute.
I agree fully.
That's not my goal for him to do those things. I don't say please do those things, but I'm not casting him out. But I wouldn't say, hey, how's it going, son?
Yeah,
I'm a little prostitute. Pack your shit. It's not going to be that. I'm just going to be like, I want to help me understand this. Why is this doing? Because maybe it can inspire me. Maybe I ain't inspired.
Yeah.
Maybe this may take me to another level. Maybe you may tell me, I noticed that when you're doing this, you ain't got no health insurance.
Yeah.
You ain't got this. I'm trying to do it for you. I'm going to say, shit, let me get my shit right.
So I got a question for you. Like, you watch porn, right?
Don't we all?
Okay.
Porn on the cob.
So
I'm definitely a porn fan.
So why is it not okay for your son to be a prostitute, which porn is kind of, running the same line?
Yeah.
Why is it not okay for your son to be a prostitute?
So if he was a porn star.
You'll watch porn.
And
why is that okay?
That's real hot. Well, I'll tell you why. When I watch porn, I don't say, hey there, whatever your name is, young lady on the screen. Yes, there is a stampede upstairs. Let's not get into that. But anyway, when I'm watching porn, I don't personally know these people. And I don't sit there and be like, man, I wonder how's her bills doing. I wonder how is this guy doing this because he has to? I just watch the porn and then I turn it off. I know the same shit, maybe. It may be the same exact scenario. They was in some shit. They was in a bind. This works. They're good at this. This is their skill. I'm a hula hooper. This is what I do. Like, if they're doing that, yep, hula hoop. If that's what they're doing, that's what they're doing. But when I watch it. To be honest, I don't watch porn. I know folks that do that. I don't watch porn more than 10 minutes. I watch it, complete my task, and then I'm done. I don't watch it and be like, shit, I better pop some popcorn. I better light some candles, put some petals on the floor. I just watch it and turn it off. And then I'm like, that was cool.
I personally like to get in the mood. I don't watch it.
You gotta set the scene. You gotta turn off the light.
Yeah. Some R&B classes, bro.
Shit, I'm just like, shit, I gotta go to work. I need to do this. I'm finna go to bed. Whatever. You just do it and go on with life. But
I'll do a quickie unless it's with a person.
Like Pinky. I saw an interview with her where she said her dad watches her porn. And I was like, ugh. So that's a personal connection. That's a strange and weird personal connection, and it happens. And maybe it was a different porn star.
What would you do if porn didn't exist?
Ooh. That's another topic.
Yeah, that's a whole other topic. But I think it's different for me. I'm just gonna say this. I think it's different for men than women. I'm just saying that I just do it straight, cocoa butter and a pillow, and go on with life. But anyway,
they do still got Showtime and Max.
But with that being said, we'll see you next time on the Porn on the Cob episode. It was lovely dealing with you. You can always hit me at 100% Velvet at gmail.com. That's 100% spelled out Velvet at gmail.com. And then we got your SA Wild Child at.
That is
he's drunk.
That is a S as in Sam, A as in Apple. Wild Child is all one word. SA Wild Child at gmail.com. That is SA Wild Child at gmail.com. All one word.
And we have ourselves a little Lynneopoly at.
Yeah, it's Lynneopoly. LYNNEOPOLY at gmail.com.
Holler at them G's on the gmail.com. G, not that, but y'all be sweet.
Yeah.